Boom. All right, guys. So I don't normally do unboxings or anything, but I found these and they're very reasonably priced. And I've been skeptical about, not new, but the true wireless movement, because there's just so many things that can go wrong and so many glitches that can happen. And you don't hear a whole lot about them, but there's a whole bunch of shit that has gone wrong with the AirPods. So, and obviously you always have the issue of like losing one, so they're not connected. And Apple handled that by giving you a wire you can attach them to, which is fucking hilarious. But anyways, yeah, let's take a look at these. Smart headset. And this, one of my big issues with headsets in general is that they don't have a whole lot of function outside of just being a headset. And with these new ones, you have a whole bulky case you have to carry around. And while it's not a particular, well, this is actually really nicely packaged. I like that. Yeah. And while it's not a particular problem with ones like the AirPods, because their packaging is small, with a lot of them the packaging is bigger. Like that one, the packaging is decently sized. And I'd actually never heard of Kissral before. I found this headset and I did a lot of research, did a lot of looking around. So standardly, like all headsets, they come with a bunch of different size earbuds for whoever's going to be putting them on, for those of you with tiny ears. And just like with all headsets, they come with the world's shortest fucking cord. Now, one thing I'm seeing that's unfortunate is that it is micro USB, but that just means that it's a little bit of an older design, which is, it's fine. It can work out, but the 3C is just overall a better design for charging cord, much like the lightning cable, but I prefer 3C to the lightning cable because the lightning cable just feels so much more frail. So these are marked right and left headpieces, and yeah, let's just see. So one thing I like, first off, starting off, is that it's got decent weight to it. Like, it's not heavy, but it's got a decent weight. Here, I'm going to pick you up, guys. It's got a decent weight. It's very sturdy. It feels good. So fresh out of the box, it says 51%. And that flicker is because of my camera. Okay. So both headsets look like they're fully charged, and it came with 50% battery. So that's kind of neat. Now, one of the neat things about this, like I said, is that there's not a whole lot of function to these cases. You're just carrying around a case. Well, this one has a built-in battery bank. So you can actually, so it's got its charge port there, which is the mini USB. But then it's also got a port here, and it supports up to 90 hours of charging for the headphones themselves. 90 hours of play, which they have 6 hours of regular play, but every depiction I've seen says that they get closer to about 5, which is standard. Anytime you get something that's charged, that's typically how it goes. They usually get less than what the user or what the manufacturer estimate is. Because they always give you the absolute highest end, which is stupid. They should just tell you what the minimum is. But again, people are less likely to buy if you're being honest with them. I was in sales and marketing for a very long time. Nobody really wants you to be 100% honest with them when you're buying something, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way that it is. So one of the things, I really like this display because it tells, one, how much the exact charge is in each headset. And the headsets are color-coded for right and left, which is also really neat. And then, of course, you've got the actual display for how much battery is in the case in general, which is, again, awesome. And that means that these also came out of the box fully charged. So that means I can link them and plug them in right now. So I'm going to link them up to my phone, and I'm going to see how they do. I don't normally do these unboxings, but these were a really neat pair of headsets, and they're on sale on Amazon right now, and they're supposed to be till the end of January. Says they go for 130. I'm not sure how accurate that is or if it's just a price inflation, but I picked them up for $40 and they look like they're going to be pretty decent. So I'm going to go through the pairing process, see how easy it is. I'll do another little tidbit here, and then the rest of this video is going to be a couple weeks from now when I've used them for a while and let you guys know exactly how good they are. Alright guys, so I went through the pairing process. It's very simple actually. As soon as you take them out, they sync with each other, and then automatically enter a Bluetooth pairing mode, which is awesome. One of the biggest grievances I had with all previous wireless headsets is that they are grossly difficult to get into pairing mode most times, and there's no standard. So there's no standard of how this is done. Every manufacturer did it differently. Not every, some of them did it the same, but no matter what, it was never the exact same process. But this makes it very, very simple. It literally took me 30 seconds to power the headset up. And they're so low profile, like you couldn't even see them when you were looking at me from the front. They're very comfortable, although I have big ears, so that could be why. But they feel comfortable. They feel snug, like they don't feel like they're going to fall out. And they sit right in the basin of the ear, which is great. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave this here, and I'll come back to you guys in probably about a week and let you know how the whole thing holds up, how easy it is to carry, the charging, and whether or not the using this as a battery bank is a viable option, and how well everything does. The sound, I will say, because I just did try some YouTube and some music, the sound is a little bit muted. It's not quite as vibrant as I would like it to be, but for the price, can't really complain. I would not pay $130 for these, but $50 is, yeah, more than worth the price if these end up holding up. They're very secure inside the case as well. I'll say that, like the magnet inside is very good. And just overall, so far I'm impressed with the package. So we'll see what ends up coming from this, and I'll see you guys in a week to see how it all turns out. Guys, I'm sorry for the informal background. If you guys like these tech reviews, I'll do more of them. But I wanted to get this done. I realized I hadn't finished the last part of it. So almost 2 weeks ago, 12 days ago, I got these. It's the Kissral True Wireless headphones. And I've been playing around with them, and I've been using them basically non-stop. And I picked these up, if you guys, I said it at the beginning, I picked these up because they had the charger on them, but I haven't even used it. But I wanted to see how much battery life I could get out of them just using them straight. I've been using them for 2 weeks straight, pretty much non-stop. Usually only using one, probably about a third of the time I'm using both of them. And they're still at 21% battery. Now, in general, like the case has been very easy to carry. They have a larger set of earbuds that made it so that they stopped falling out of my ear, because that was the big issue that I was going to have with them, is that they were falling out of my ears, but as soon as I used the larger buds, they stopped falling out. Now, I have exactly 2 complaints with these. One is that on occasion, for reasons I could not determine, they'll fall out of sync when you're using them together. You just get a little moment of silence. It's less than a second, but they'll fall out of sync. Okay, well, 3 complaints, sorry. The volume, not necessarily the volume, but the sound is not quite as vivid as I would like it to be. It's not quite as good as compared to the others that I tested, like AirPods, so it doesn't have quite the sound quality, but it's also a fourth the price. So at a fourth the price, definitely above the money for $50 when you consider that AirPods are $200 or more. The only other issue I have is when I put the larger earbuds on. See, these magnets are very strong. They're very good at holding these in. But when I put the larger buds on, it sponged it away from the prongs that it was supposed to be on. So I actually had to push these down in order to get them to stay charging. Because this actually, I believe, would probably be closer to 50% battery if this was not a problem, because these would sponge up and then the connection would be bad. So they would randomly pair to my phone and drain the battery and continuously charge themselves. So other than that, these are great. These are wonderful. So it's Kissral. You can get them on Amazon, and they've been good. And it's $50. So if you want a pair of like true wireless headphones, like what AirPods are, but you don't like the stupid danglies, or you just want something that's a little bit more accessible, this has a battery bank charger on it. And I did use it just to make sure it would work. I don't know how fast it charges or how much it charges, but in general, very good investment. So, I don't know, guys. If you guys like these, again, I'll do more of them. Sorry for the informal background. I wanted to get this done and out to you guys. Cheers. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.